The ball's taken out. Back towards the centre of the ground.
A Geelong player's gone down behind the plate.
Hello everybody and welcome back after a week off to another episode of the Sports Cooler. Yep. I'm Andy Hayes.
I'm James Blackwell.
Oh, no. You don't get to introduce yourself.
I've introduced myself.
No, I was going to introduce you with, I've got half man, half fish.
Half man,
James
half fish.
the Salmon Blackwell. Okay. Salmon, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Well, you've ruined it now.
I've ruined your introduction.
Well, I'm a bit upset.
I preempted it.
I drove all the way over here thinking, how will I do an introduction? And you've just ruined it.
I've been gone for 4 weeks. I got excited. I pre-jacked.
I have nowhere to go on that one. Right. James, tell them where they can find us.
Yes, the website sportingmad.com.au, on the old Twitter at sportingmadau, Facebook sportingmad. Search us on there, like us, and we're also going to put the podcast on iTunes at some point this week.
We will. Now, before we start, I'm worried about you.
Me?
Yeah.
Why?
Can you just tilt your head forward a touch? Just a touch?
Just a touch?
You sir, are... I don't think it's a man bun.
No.
It's something.
You've
been back in Europe for 4 weeks or 5 weeks, whatever the hell it was, 3 weeks?
3 weeks, yeah.
This is what you come back with?
Well, all the Europeans are doing it. Dead to Zlatan. Hashtag dead Zlatan.
I worry about you, buddy. That's close to a man bun.
Let's get in there.
We had Phil in last week or the week before, and he's sporting a bun. I'm not happy about it.
Well, if there's two people now sporting buns, maybe we should be the Sporting Mad Bun Club. You should get a bun on.
I can't.
What are you hiding under that hat? Are you hiding a bun?
I'm not, and I'm proud of this hat. We'll talk about this hat in a sec. No, I'm hiding a choir boy haircut that leads back to terrible times.
Terrible times.
Okay. Pretty good show actually coming up tonight.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm pretty happy about it.
Yeah, I think it's going to be...
It's going to be a bit ranty.
It's going to be ranty, but it's good for a change. It's not going to be Premier League or football focused, which is...
there's very, very, very little Tracy Grimshaw.
Very little Tracy Grimshaw. But I think we need to talk about the elephant in the room. Our co-host is not here.
Yep, Paul McShane. Well, look, Paul had to nip back to Europe temporarily.
Yep.
Obviously, he was released from Hull.
Yep.
So Paul's nipped away. He's gone and he's just got himself another job.
Okay.
Not at another show. He's contracted. He's contracted here.
Okay.
So Paul's gone off to join for Reading.
Okay. I was just a bit worried. I'd gone away for a few weeks and I know you two have got a personal grudge and I thought...
No, we're good now. We're good now.
You're good?
To the point where... Next week, we might make a big announcement about Paul McShane.
Okay, I'm looking forward to it.
But he has to come back from Europe first because he's not in pre-season just yet. But we'll see how we go. Okay, highlight of the week.
Yep, let's get into the show. Highlight of the week.
Go for it. What's yours? Now that you're back.
Well, it was nice to be back while this was announced as well. Wales football team, 10th in the FIFA rankings.
It's pretty impressive.
First time ever.
So Gareth Bale, single-handedly, is 10th in the world.
And Aaron Ramsey.
Gareth Bale.
117th 4 years ago.
It's pretty good.
10th now. I will just make a brief comment on the FIFA rankings. I think it's a great thing and I'm going to ride on it, love it, but...
It's pointless.
Well, 4 years ago when Wales were 117th in the world, we were all commenting the FIFA rankings are useless, they need to be overhauled, they need to be reformed.
All about them now.
And now we're 10th in the world and I'm like, yeah, this is great. But you look at the FIFA rankings, Romania are 8th, England are 9th, and Wales are 10th. Now,
Romania
8th.
Oh, enough said about that.
And then France, Spain and Italy are between 11th and 20th, which is... It does say a lot, and it's all like I can write a whole article on it. But basically, Wales benefited from not playing games. They didn't play friendlies,
so they can't lose. So you can't get dock points.
Yeah, whereas
so that's stupid.
Yeah, and they benefited from beating Belgium, obviously, but by not them taking advantage of friendly international.
No Wales jersey tonight then.
It's in the wash.
Right. Okay.
I did wear it today, but I got caught in the rain on the way home, so it's actually in the laundry dripping.
Drip. Right.
That's my highlight of the week. Okay. I got a sort of secondary highlight, which is the Ashes first test. We're going to talk about that later.
Yep.
So I'll leave you have your chance.
My highlight of the week is related absolutely 100% on my hat.
You have to give me a clue.
It's got a bobble.
It's got a bobble.
It's a good looking bobble.
Yeah.
It's a good looking hat. And it says kangaroos on it.
It does. Good meat.
Solid meat makes a good steak. Not bad for him.
Especially with the price of beef increasing these days. No, it's a good replacement.
And now on the meat watch, beef currently $3.22 a kilo.
It's a bit more than that, I think.
Now, North Melbourne came back to form after a dismal performance last week against the Gold Coast Suns, where everyone was ready to microwave memberships and just give up.
Yep.
Brad Scott back in the box after 4 weeks after back surgery. We've done Geelong, his twin brother, by 41 points. Solid performance all round. So, North Melbourne back for a week. They'll disappoint us next week by being beaten by the under-9s of somebody, no doubt.
Is the F word coming into it at all now that you're back to winning ways?
There's a couple of F words, but it's not the one you're thinking of.
It's not the one that's been circulated around Richmond a lot these days.
No, you're getting a bit ahead of yourself there, buddy.
Well, we've got St Kilda this weekend. Come on, that's another 4 points.
Coming up, the weather. All right, so there are highlights of the week. North and Wales basically cheating their way into the final, into the top 10 by not playing any games.
Well, it was a lot of rants from people on Twitter, mainly on the English side, not accepting the fact that they're only one place better than Wales,
which is probably true, to be fair, because England are awful.
They are shocking,
and I have always been awful, apart from 1966, which I haven't heard about for a while.
You were back in England in the last couple of weeks.
All right, moving on. Wimbledon wrapped up overnight.
Yes, it did, and
you haven't read this bit, have you?
No,
no,
I have, because I've been read a lot about the lack of support that Djokovic has been getting from the just general public. That he was booed in the final when he beat Federer. Everyone was.
But is that just a thing where everyone just wants Federer to win one last one, so that he can kind of nip around the back of the shed and die? Maybe
it was the sort of the old thing that he's been around for so long that it'd be nice to see him win another one. But I don't know. There's a lot of social media that everyone was saying cheering on Federer. Whether it's that British thing that because he knocked out Murray, that
maybe
because he was absolutely phenomenal in that same.
But then there's those pictures. But that was a great game.
Yeah.
But there's those pictures going around about Murray. When he wins, he's English. When he loses, he's Scottish.
Yeah.
Like the English.
No, it's not.
It's a funny thing.
All right, so I just want to say one thing about Djokovic. I don't know if you saw it. What's with his grass eating celebration when he wins Wimbledon? He eats the grass.
Who cares? He's just won like £1 million.
Yeah, no.
He can do whatever the hell he wants.
But eating the grass, I don't know. It's just
it's a bit weird. Yeah. No, I'm all right with it.
Yeah,
it's at least something.
It's something
because Jesus, tennis players are boring.
Generally, yeah.
They're always
selling watches in magazines.
There's a lot of that. Yeah. Serena winning the women's again. So this brings me to a bigger point, and I just want to talk about it for 30 seconds.
Yeah, go for it.
Is that tennis now as an entity is boring. Serena Williams has won 8 out of the last 16 Grand Slams. Yep. Djokovic has won about 5 or 6. Federer, Nadal, Murray, and then you get the odd guy thrown in.
Yeah.
But essentially, the same people win. There's only 5 people who can win Grand Slams. Serena for the women's, and then 4 of the men.
Yeah.
And I just don't think it's worth watching anymore. There's nobody coming through that's really kicking the door down, and we'll get to the others, the Australians, later.
Yeah, I talked to you briefly earlier on about it, and I think the women's is very competitive. Places 2 to 100. This is very it's very hard to pick who's going to win.
Yeah.
When there's you can have second in the world playing 40th in the world, and you're like, well, that's going to be a tight game. It's a good game to watch.
Yeah.
But I think the men's, when you're right that there's Stan Wawrinka's, he's coming in there, he's knocking on that door, but he's not quite doing enough to.
No, he's got the 2, and that's good, but it's not. I don't want dominance, because dominance, is a bit like Formula 1. It makes it boring.
It's mediocrity then.
Exactly, and I just want a bit of a mix.
Yeah.
The best thing about the Premier League last season was that everything was a bit upside down, apart from the odd 1 or 2. But there was people challenging. The best thing about the AFL this year is that it's all upside down.
Yeah.
It makes the competition interesting.
It does.
And it makes me, I won't watch the US Open mostly because of the time difference.
Yeah.
But I won't watch it because
that's the most boring out of the lot.
No, French is still the most boring. I stand by that.
Stand by the French.
Stand by the French.
Stand by the French.
All right. So Wimbledon finished up, but for all of our. I dislike Serena, but that's okay.
Yeah.
She's a bit moany.
I think people generally dislike Serena.
Yeah. Sister seems nicer.
Yeah.
Mother seems like a lunatic.
Anyway,
that's Wimbledon. I probably won't slander anyone else.
No. Let's move on to the cricket, because that was the big news of last week. The Ashes.
It was.
Ashes first test in Cardiff.
In Cardiff.
Not
your hometown, as I've just learned.
No, not my hometown.
Only known you for a couple of years.
Yeah. But yeah, it was there 7 years ago. 6 years ago. They're bidding again to have it in the
Very strange to open the Ashes at Cardiff in such a tiny stadium.
Well, I think...
nice venue, but...
It was a great win, but I think that they take it to the smaller grounds. The first test in England is always at one of the smaller grounds.
Yeah.
And then, because the other ones are always automatically pick themselves, Lords, the Oval, Edgbaston, and then usually one other out of Headingley or Old Trafford. Or,
yeah.
So it's usually, the first test is out of Durham or...
Highlight of the game?
Well, I think Alistair Cook getting whacked in the balls was a personal highlight. I think that was a...
Seems like a nice man, but everyone deserves a shot to the plums.
Yeah, but it was good to see that the teammates showed him the support.
There's a lot of laughing.
You expect us to get cocked in the balls.
No, so the big story is obviously the Australians went in cocky and got absolutely smacked.
Yeah, everyone thought that it was going to be a whitewash and that the only thing that was going to save England was going to be the weather.
Yeah,
and England were doing well in the one-day series against New Zealand. They were showing they had a bit of fight back.
Yeah, good series.
But they was sort of see how that translates to actual test when a lot of players will play in the one days and not actually in the test squad. There's a belief there.
I think there's a thing now with the Australians that they're too old. You've got Haddon, you've got Clark.
Well, Clark's been out injured for the last 12 months with a bad back, and then how can he compete for a test series? Well, that's 5 days of cricket, 2 days off, another 5 days of cricket.
Yeah, Shane Watson. We'll get to Shane Watson.
No one likes Shane. I don't know why.
No, nobody likes Shane. So Shane Watson should go. Mitchell Marsh should come in, but they're just generally old. And if you're a wicketkeeper, particularly in Australia, you just must feel like there's no chance of you getting past Brad Haddon. He made a lot of sloppy catches, missed catches. Anyway, the second test starts Thursday. Yeah. As we record this, we're hoping to hear the Australian team, so see if Watson's actually been ditched once and for all. Not sure he will be, but we'll see how we go. Our favourite sport. Did you just yawn?
I did have a bit of a yawn.
Can I just say also that jet lag? Can I just say my head is currently feels about 400 degrees.
Well, it's because we've got the heating on.
Yeah, I've gone with a very odd choice this time of night. Indoors, it's hot. Anyway.
We'll take it off. Show everyone your flowing locks.
It's probably not a good idea.
Embrace it.
No. I'm trying to hide the bald spot.
Okay.
Receding down one side.
Yeah. We all are at this age. We've got greys as well now.
Salt and pepper's alright. A bit of salt and pepper is good.
I've got hair growing in places never grew before. I don't know what's going on.
My friend, that's called puberty. It's alright.
Okay, let's move on.
State of Origin. We're just going to mention this briefly.
We get a lot of bad feedback from not covering the rugby league enough because we're not knowledgeable. That's why we're not knowledgeable and we don't like it. But mainly because we don't like it.
It's a silly sport.
It is.
It's
like rugby.
I do watch the State of Origin, and I am glad that New South Wales got absolutely.
They got tanked, didn't they? There you go.
Open up the pocket, just popped them in, and said, "Here you go." Every time Queensland went forward, they looked like they were going to score.
Yeah,
it was
unbelievable. 55,
52-6.
52-6. Wow.
And so, congratulations to Queensland. And
normal service resumed in the Origins,
and it just shows that New South Wales can't punch their way out of trouble.
Yeah.
Well, they got fighting. Michael Ennis, the little fighty dwarf, just didn't work for him.
Yeah.
Now I'm coughing very quickly. Just one from me. The match review panel from the AFL is the panel that judges incidents in the past weekend and hands out fines.
Yep.
Luke Ball, famous player. I've had a complete mental blank. Brad Sewell is on there as well. Everyone thought when they got put on there that they were going to make good decisions. They have been horrendous.
Yep.
They have been inconsistent. Clearly, Nat Fyfe got off today for punching a guy in the face. Now it was a marking contest. Kurt Tippett did the same thing 2 weeks ago and got a week. Nat Fyfe's the favourite for the Brownlow. There's a lot of people out there saying
bit of favouritism
because they don't want him to be suspended.
Yeah.
Sammy Mitchell, who plays for Hawthorn, and I had a lot of texts from Hawthorn people today saying, "Oh, he was just protecting himself. If you watch AFL, he needs someone again." Gave him a little kind of dead leg quirky. Second time in 3 weeks or 4 weeks.
Yeah.
I got a fine.
I saw in the Herald Sun today there's an instance of chicken winging again over the weekend.
Yeah, Joel Selwood and Sammy Wright wasn't too bad. Even I will admit that. Gets a week, because it was a dangerous action, but it wasn't anything spectacular. But yeah, they're just annoying me at the moment. I just want them to be consistent.
Yeah,
and there's a lot in the sling tackle. I don't know if you've seen that since you've been back. And people getting kind of 2 hands wrapped around them, thrown to the ground. They can't protect their head. So we've had 4 guys now, I think. 2 knocked out, 2 with concussions because of it, and they've suspended 1 and not the others. I think it just doesn't make any sense.
I think the good, like the idea behind the match review panel is a good thing, and getting former professionals on there.
Sure,
is a great thing because they know the game in and out, and they know what goes on and where sort of the grey areas are. But if there's obvious favouritism from someone like to protect the better players of the comp,
well, that's what. Look, and I'm being biased because that's what it looks like. And, everyone knows that when Buddy does something, when Fife does something, when Mitchell, Hodge, Lewis generally do something innocuous. Hodge and Lewis got suspended a while ago because they blatantly punch people in the face. They're going to get protected. And you put a guy from Collingwood, North Melbourne, Richmond up there, and they're going to get 3-4 weeks for the same incident. Yeah. And it's just the way it is. But it's not fair.
It shouldn't be.
Anyway,
it shouldn't be the way it is.
Match review panel are alongside Tracy Grimshaw now. They're that high. They're that high in my anger level.
Good, because that's where your attention should be directed to, the match review panel, not Tracy.
No, Tracy deserves it.
Okay, well, maybe you should put some of that anger into your half marathon training. How's that coming along?
Well, as you can tell, it's coming for those listening in the podcast.
A lot of carb loading.
Yeah, plenty of that. Plenty of that. If your wife hadn't made cookies before we started this, I wouldn't have these kind of problems.
Well, she offered some cookies. What can I say?
Good cookies too. Good cookies. Solid effort.
Yeah. We're going into MasterChef territory now.
I just feel like it's my dream to cook.
Your dream? Or
my dad, he always wanted me to be a cook. Anyway, I don't know where I was going with that.
No.
Where are we talking about?
Your marathon.
Oh yeah, okay.
How's it going?
Well,
you were injured last I heard.
Yeah, no. So I do have an issue with my foot, but what I've been doing is cycling a lot.
Yep.
To get the aerobic fitness back up. Anyone who lives in Melbourne, it's been reasonably cold and wet. Stop yawning. There's a camera there and there's a microphone here and you're yawning.
No.
This is outrageous.
I know.
What am I doing? Am I keeping you up?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Way past my bedtime.
It's going all right. We're getting there. Yeah. I won't be able to start running for another probably 3 or 4 weeks.
Okay.
But we're getting there. We're getting there. It's going to be tight. You are going to have to probably scream a lot of incentives around the course.
Yep, I can do that.
But we'll get there.
We'll get there.
And so we'll start fundraising soon as well.
Yeah, once you're fit and ready to go.
Yes.
We'll jump on the so it's for Blue September.
Blue September, Men's Cancer Charity. We'll get it done.
Good cause. Good cause.
Okay, now it is time for Clown of the Week.
Loving it. Loving that.
It's good, isn't it?
Good theme tune.
I think so.
Good theme song is. I can't believe you thought of it all in yourself.
Theme tune.
Theme tune.
I think the theme tune. I wrote the theme tune.
Right. Well, who's your clown of the week? Because I'm gonna.
Apart from me.
Apart from you, because I'm going to get angry and ranty.
Okay. Well, we've got to keep going because we've got time limits here. My clown of the week. I'll give you extra time.
Okay.
My clown of the week is Nick Kyrgios / Bernard Tomic, just Nick Kyrgios.
Just keep it in Nick.
Just keep it at Nick. So Nick Kyrgios obviously has acted like an absolute buffoon at Wimbledon. He's called umpires' names, which you can't do at Wimbledon. Other Aussie Open, sure. Everyone's a little bit bogany. Yeah. It's okay. Not at Wimbledon. They wear white trousers and hats and stuff.
They wouldn't let Lewis Hamilton in because he wasn't wearing the right shirt or something.
Good.
Thing. Yeah. But
I won't call him a name. Pat Rafters are trying to clean up Australian tennis and basically saying to these guys, you have no entitlement. Yeah. You're not a good tennis player yet. You've done nothing. No, and Kyrgios has won 24 games on tour. That's it.
Yeah, he doesn't even like tennis. He came out and said in his spare time he watches NBA, and if he had his way, he would have been a basketball player. But his mum pushed him to be a tennis player.
Well, he's a flog at the moment. Now he'll come good. I have no doubt. I have a theory that he's also acting like a clown to get endorsements from companies like Beats and stuff because it's a little bit bad boyish. So they'll make a bit of cash and then bugger off and play some tennis. He's clearly got talent. Came out with a tweet after Rafter came out and said the entitlement piece and basically said Pat Rafter's opened his mouth again. More crap.
But he tanked in that Wimbledon game.
Of course he did. Of course he did.
A bloody shot.
So he's just acting like a petulant child. Tomic earns $3 million and apparently can't rent a court and buy tennis balls to train. So, between the two of them, they just need to pull their heads out. You don't see this from Kokkinakis, who's only 18, 19. He just seems to be getting on with things. So, Nick Kyrgios, you're my clown of the week.
Good stuff. Good clown.
Go for it.
My clown of the week is Raheem Sterling.
You've been building, haven't you?
I've been building.
I got a couple of texts, a couple of emails since you were away.
He annoys me, and I just don't understand. Like, Liverpool fans have sort of embraced him for so long, gone, oh, he's fine, he's got all his potential, he's going to be better than Harry Kane, he's going to be better than this, he's going to be better than that. And then now that they've finally got rid of him, which is a great deal for Liverpool, £49 million.
They do good on deals like that, don't they? Like Torres was done, and he was done, and they got 50 mil for him, and then he basically couldn't play football anymore.
Yeah, and they probably do well out of this, but they'll probably go and spend 35 million on an absolute donkey from Newcastle again, and go, there we go, we replaced him. And that's the thing, is they need to spend that money wisely. But that's not what my rant is about. It's Raheem Sterling.
You've got 1 minute.
He's an absolute tool. There is no other word for him.
So you've been back in England. He hasn't been getting good press, has he?
He hasn't been getting good press. He phoned in sick twice.
I didn't think you could phone in sick as a footballer.
I didn't think you could either. But he phoned in sick twice.
I'm under the weather a bit.
But he got his mum to do it. He got his mum to phone in sick twice. And then
Raheem can't come to work today.
Mario Balotelli's dad passed away. He was in training.
Yeah, but he's really looking for a contract.
Yeah, but
Sterling's so he's acting like a knob.
Sterling was acting like a knob to force a move, and he's 20 years old and he's acting like he's won the World Cup. Even Lionel Messi wasn't that.
So you reckon he goes to Man City and does
enjoy the bench, and
he's just going to prove that he's not that good.
He's been signed because he's English and not because he's any good. Because they were already circulating around Fabian Delph if they couldn't get.
Yeah, that's not a great.
And they just needed an English player. That's
just to top the quota?
Just to meet the quota. And they've gone for the best of the bad bunch. He's had one good half a season with Liverpool, an average World Cup, and where he's the best player in an average England team. And he did nothing last year because he didn't have Suarez and Sturridge backing him up.
Yeah.
And now he's going into a Man City team where he's going to be one of many players and he's going to be on the bench.
Okay. I'm stopping you there.
All right.
Okay, so Raheem Sterling, Nick Kyrgios. I'll give it to you. Raheem Sterling.
He's got to be the clown.
He can be the clown of the week this week. Well done, Raheem. You join an illustrious crew.
He's going to be there every week.
Jordan Spieth's in there somewhere because I hate him too. Hate's a strong word. All right.
It is a strong word.
So 2 minutes. 2 minute topic here.
Yep.
James, why are Australian sports stars so unlikable?
I think it's at the moment they're unlikable.
I should have read that.
I should have.
No, it was there. I just didn't read it.
It's controversial. I think that I'm okay with sports stars being arrogant as long as they can back it up on the pitch, or on the court or wherever they do. You know, Cristiano Ronaldo's arrogant. Messi to a degree is arrogant, but they back it up by being the best that they can be.
Sure.
Whereas Kyrgios, Tomic,
the cricket team.
Prime examples of arrogance.
Brad Haddon, very unlikable man.
Yeah, and I don't know what it is. I think it's this entitlement that Australians are good at sport, and they think that because they represent at an international level, they're the best, and that they have this sense of entitlement. And Leighton Hewitt had it early in his career, but he backed it up because he won the US and Wimbledon.
Sure, he was world number one when he was
18 or 19 years old. So I'm happy with him being arrogant. And people say, he's mellowed in his old age. But he had every right to be arrogant. He was 18 years old and won 2 majors.
Yeah, he was doing stuff.
Nick Kyrgios has done nothing.
No.
Apart from knocking out Nadal 2 years ago or whatever and going, right, there you go.
I'm done. Yeah. I'm here. And then hasn't done anything since. The thing is they all have the ability. I mean, the cricket team obviously is a good entity, and they've had a lot of success for a lot of years, so they're cocky about it. But even Shane Watson. Shane Watson's not unlikable. Shane Watson's just a terrible cricketer. Yeah, but he's not unlikable. Brad Haddon and Michael Clark for me are unlikable.
But then there's players coming into that environment who have not been part of those successes,
and they're getting tired with the brush.
But they're getting that arrogance about them. You see them when they're in their press conferences and on the pitch and whatever, and you're like.
And this is what Pat Rafter was trying to come out and say for the tennis: is you guys haven't won anything. Pull your heads in.
Yeah, I agree. He needs to do it. But
it'll be interesting to see if anyone is listening to this, what they think. Hit us up on social media and tell us, are Australian sports people unlikable at the moment? I think they are.
Yeah.
But I think that it's a swings and roundabout. It'll change, and when Kyrgios finally pulls his head in and decides just he wants to play tennis, I reckon he'll become likable because he has a little bit of personality. He just needs to focus it in the right way. Tomic will just never be likable because he's an idiot.
Yeah,
and his dad's an idiot, and you feel sorry for his sister who's trying to come through.
Yeah.
So okay.
I don't know, but then there's other sports which I don't want to tarnish the other sports with it because the other sports there's some likable teams. There's the Australian women's football team, for example.
The Socceroos aren't too bad.
Socceroos are...
It's just some cocky people.
Yeah, it's cocky people, but the team are okay. But then they haven't achieved anything, so they haven't got that.
Won an Asia Cup.
Yeah, I suppose.
That's a bit harsh.
Yeah.
Have you won an Asian Cup?
No.
Yeah. We couldn't even win a local cup.
No.
Okay. Right, on to viral story of the week.
Yes.
Very quickly, 30 seconds. What have you got?
I've got the Nathan Friend backflip pass in the NRL.
Beautiful if you haven't seen it.
NZ Warriors against Melbourne Storm last night.
Get on our Twitter feed, have a look.
That was... I don't know how he managed it.
He's good. It was a bit of a Hail Mary, but it's come off beautifully.
It worked out pretty well for him. And
I like it.
That's a great video. If you, as Andy said, look on our Twitter, on our Facebook for it. If not, we'll repost it.
Yeah. And then my one is a couple of little cute duckies.
Little cute duckies. I know.
Duckies at the Zenith St. Peterbriggs game.
Yeah. Friendly match, wasn't it?
Friendly match, and the ref spends quite a bit of time trying to shoo a mother duck and a couple of chicks.
Ducklings.
We'll go with ducklings. This is like the murder of crows all over again.
Yeah.
Shooing them off the pitch. Very nice, very funny. Liked it a lot.
Yeah, it's a good little video.
It's just nice. It's
Yeah.
just nice. Nice on a Monday.
Yeah.
Nice on a
Nice
Monday
cute ducks.
after a crap day where it's driving rain and like 4 degrees.
Oh, you can see nice weather for ducks. There's some ducks.
Well played. Well played, sir. Okay, James.
Yes.
I'm going to be a bit formal.
Formal?
James.
No,
I'm not. What are you looking forward to this week?
Well, there's 2 things. I've only got the one written on there because you told me last night that we weren't Women's Weekly, but I'm looking forward to hashtag Ronaldo Watch. Cristiano Ronaldo is in Melbourne at the moment, ahead of his Real Madrid teammates.
Yeah.
Who will arrive later on.
Having a bit of a shop, was he?
Having a bit of a shop. He had a haircut as well. Hashtag Ronaldo Watch. If you see Ronaldo around the place, tweet us and let us know. Where's Ronaldo?
All right, keep it going.
But anyway, I'm actually looking forward to the Ashes second test at Lord's.
Yeah.
It looks like there's going to be rain Monday through to Wednesday in London, but then looking glorious from Thursday through to Sunday. It's going to be...
Okay, so you got the Ashes?
Don't think the weather's going to be a factor. We should get a result. And it'd be interesting to see if Australia bounce back or whether England can get a firm grip on the trophy.
A what?
Firm grip.
That was a very, big, yeah. Oof. Hello. Wife's a lucky lady. My highlight is going to be, or what am I looking forward to? Sorry, mine's going to be a cricket related as well, and I want to see whether the Australian selectors have grown any balls and they actually tell Shane Watson, "Thanks very much, you've done, Mitch Marsh. Here's your baggie. Get in there and do what you need to do."
Give him a chance.
So I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully, it's going to be good, and it should be a good test. I always look forward to the AFL.
Yep.
We play the Bombers on Friday night as my second one, and if we lose, I'm going to have to run James Hurd over in my car because
you just
I've got a long list.
Yeah, you got
not a lot of Christmas cards go out from the Hayes household.
I can tell.
All right. That was quick. That was good.
That was a good show.
Good to have you back.
It's good to be back.
It's good
to be back. Although, Philly and Lloyd did a sterling job in my absence. But, it's good to be back.
All right. That probably looked like, let's hurry this along.
Yes, it did.
Okay, so finish us off for us, James. Finish us off.
Yeah, well, if you've enjoyed the show, enjoyed the videos...
Bit of enthusiasm.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel, which should be here somewhere, there somewhere. I've been told I can point anywhere, so I'm just going to fill up the screen with with things. Follow us on social media at SportingMadAU on the Twitter, or just SportingMad on Facebook. Like us on there, follow us. Visit the website sportingmad.com.au, and if you have anything throughout the week that you like, send it to us, and we'll be happy to post it and credit you guys.
Excellent. All right,
over to you.
Well, that's it.
That's it.
I'm Andy Hayes.
I'm James Blackwell.
The Salmon.
The Salmon.